How to be a good food safety auditor by David Worthington. Anyone can claim to be an auditor, but for a certification scheme to have real credibility, it is essential that it employs good auditors. What attributes does the good auditor need, and what qualities should they demonstrate during an audit? A good auditor must have appropriate training and qualifications. The BRC, for example, will only certify auditors to audit the types of food operations for which they have demonstrated robust experience and knowledge. For food safety auditors, it is a good idea if they have a degree-level qualification in food technology or a similar scientific discipline. Be prepared. Learn as much about the operation you're going to audit as you can. A detailed knowledge of the standard you are auditing is also vital, otherwise how can you assess whether the operation being audited is compliant or not? Experience. It helps if you have the insider's view as an auditor. In other words, you are much more likely to be an effective auditor of an operation if you have previous experience of having worked in a similar type of operation yourself. The right mindset and more than a modicum of self-confidence. Audits are not really about factories and equipment. They're about people. Therefore, an auditor must have good interpersonal skills. They must be a good listener and a keen observer. They must be dogged in pursuit of the truth and not be easily satisfied with off-the-cuff answers. They must be firm and self-confident, as they are often faced with people whose overriding objective is to rush through the audit as quickly as possible or to obstruct the auditor in their work. Be able to take a big picture view. Too often auditing gets bogged down in the small stuff. For example, is it 6 or 7 minor non-conformances? Ultimately, the auditor must remember their overall objective. If it's a food safety audit, can the operation consistently produce safe food or not? A little alchemy is involved, as this can be a combination of non-conformance numbers and expert instincts. Be organised. Auditing is a difficult and complicated process. During an audit, you're likely to meet many people and see and hear many things. You need to simultaneously record your findings, unless you're lucky enough to have a photographic memory. This is where it's advisable to have an audit checklist as an aide-memoire and sufficient spare pens so that you don't run out. Be collaborative. A good audit needs to be thorough and rigorous, but a successful audit is not about point scoring and demoralising the auditee. If it results in an A grade, then both parties should feel happy. If the site you are auditing commission the audit themselves, you will soon know whether you've done a good job or not, since a bad audit will result in your not being invited back to re-audit them next year. And thank you, David Worthington, for that piece on how to be a good auditor. David Worthington is a graduate food tech with 33 years of industry experience, and you can find links to contact him and work with him in the email and the post.